Wagajika KHALSA, Wagajika BABBU. We're going to chat about the 5 eternal enemies. Just no introduction, yeah. Life's a game, you get me? It's God's game, like, just like a kid plays on the Game Boy, yeah. God's playing with the dunya like that, you get me? And the objective of this game, just like Mario has to save the princess from the evil Koopa, yeah. The objective of this game is for our soul to merge back in God's soul. And in our way, we've got obstacles, which is Maya, Galjog, illusion, negative energies, and the 5 eternal demons. You get me? 5 negative energies. These will try to stop us, just like the bad guys in Mario, from getting to God. Just like the bad guys stop Mario from getting to Princess and save her from evil Koopa. Yeah? So, these 5 energies and Maya, Galjog is made by God. God gave us life and is trying to test us for how much we love him, you get me? Because if we really love God, we'd kick these to the side and get back to God. But if we don't really love God that much, yeah, we'd be trapped in the worldly illusion, you get me? So in Sikh you hear a lot about these internal enemies, the 5 demons, yeah? Anger, attachment, lust, greed and ego. Alright? So in Bear Gatha, in Bear Sakis, they're the root cause of everything negative, you get me? Alright? But in Sakis and Gatha you hear a lot, but I'm gonna take it like to Gurbani. We're gonna do this talk all through Gurbani. Everything's gonna be coming off the Bani and we're just gonna translate the Bani and just do the talk through the Bani, you get me? That way you'll know where Gathawajiks and, you know, people in Godwara, where they get all this the information from, because the source of everything is Bani. But sometimes we get confused, I get confused, what you know about these 5 energies? Where's everyone getting that from? And because we've never read Bani, we don't understand how much details. Bani covers everything, you get me? Bani covers like most aspects of life. Obviously it covers the whole of the creation. Bani is really deep. It's only because we ain't explored Bani. We go and do a headbutt in the Godwara, you know, we bow to a guru that, you know, that we haven't read in it. We don't know our guru, you get me? It's only when you communicate with the guru by reading Bani or reading the translations on the net that you know what your guru's saying. If you get married and you don't chat to your wife for 10 years, you ain't gonna know your wife, you get me? So we like go to the Godwara and we say the guru's our guru, but we don't know our guru, get me? So, you know, we really have to knowing our guru, and the only way you're gonna know your guru is if you read Bani, you get me? If you don't know Gurumukhi, you can read the English translations. Most of the time they're accurate. Alright, so Mara says, within this body dwell the 5 thieves: sexual desire, anger, greed, emotional attachment and ego. Boom, there you have it. Mara is telling you that there's 5 thieves. What do they nick? When you do bhakti, when you do naam, when you do good deeds, your kamai, it's like a bank balance. Your positive energy goes up, and these 5 are gonna try and nick that positive energy. Just like in the bank here, when money's going up, the bank robbers will come and try and nicking the money, and if they succeed, the money goes down, you get me? The same way. That's what Maharaj is saying, that's what these 5 do. So they plunder the nectar, but the self-willed Manmukh does not realize it. No one hears his complaint. You get me? So like, you know, the nectar, like I said, the kamai of the person, like the blessings the person gets, yeah? Manmukh, person that follows these 5. Manmukh, someone that follows his mind. Our mind is controlled by these 5s. Does not realize, no one hears complaint. So if you're Gurumukh, you're doing a dance to Maharaj to help you. You can complain to Maharaj like, you know, Maharaj, please help me, these 5 are destroying me. But if you're Manmukh and you ain't got a guru, if you're Bearmukh, you ain't got a guru, who's gonna listen to you, get me? You don't realize that these 5 are your enemies because you're enticed by them. It's only when you get into Sikhi and you realize what's going on, then you think, rah, I'm falling into the trap, get me? I'm failing this test, I'm failing this game. The world is blind and its dealings are blind as well. Without the guru, there's only pitch darkness. So like I said, I've been into that darkness. I'm still into that darkness to an extent, but I was more into that darkness, you get me? I didn't believe in the guru, I didn't believe in Sikhi. I've been a drug dealer, done drugs, you get me? So I know what happens out there, you get me? You go clubbing, you want to get drunk, you want to get a girl, you're Nasha 24/7, you think you're a bad man, you're out there just doing things out of anger, and like, you know, there's no light, there's no peace of the soul, there's no peace of mind. No matter what you get, you could have bare money. I used to make £500 a deal at times. You get me? And there's one deal I made 30 grand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's more than any doctor. So I had money. You get me? And obviously, when you're in that scene, you know what I mean. You got power because you've got boys, you've got weapons, and obviously then latches the girls. So I've had all that. But people getting all that, they think they're living it up, but they're not, because they're losing this game, they're losing this test. You get me? So like Maharaj says, without the guru, until the guru doesn't, the guru means that from dark to light. Gu means dark, light means ru. So the guru takes us from dark to light. So without a guru, how can you get from dark to light? You get me? So the 5 enemies are plundering the world. Sometimes I think, right, I'm the only one that's having these thoughts. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you walk into a Gurdwara and you get dirty thoughts on the way to the Gurdwara, you're like, rah, I'm ashamed, man. But the 5 enemies are plundering the world, so the whole world's under the 5. You get me? Now if you look at what's going on there, brothels, strip dancing, prostitution, do you know what I mean? All these dirty films and all these madness, adultery. Look at watch episodes of EastEnders. That's happening in majority of towns, not only in East End. You get me? So the 5 enemies are plundering the whole world. Look at all these wars, anger, all these innocent kids dying. Look what happened to the Sikhs in '84. What's happening to Palestinians? What's happening to the Tamils now? You get me? So the 5 enemies are plunging the whole world. The whole world is like failing the test. You get me? The blind, the self-demonics do not understand or appreciate this. They don't know, because they don't know these 5 are their enemies. It's only when you read Gurbani and you got the guru's telling you that these are your enemies. You get me? So those who become Gurumukh, their houses are protected. The 5 enemies are destroyed by the Shabbat. You get me? So when you read Bani, do Naam, the 5 energies are overcome by the Guru's blessings. When you get Guru's blessings, these 5 energies, they can't really, you know, attack you that much. They can't nick from you. Just like a house, if it's guarded, if it's got alarm, no thieves can really enter. You get me? But if it's unguarded, unprotected, then the thieves can come in and destroy you and take what they want. By the hukum of the Lord's command, the castle of the body has 10 gates. The 5 passions dwell there together with the divine light of the infinite. So in our body, we've got the soul's a little speck from God's soul. You get me? So our soul has God in there, but also we have these 5 energies together in our body. You know what I mean? So there's a constant battle going in between us. You get me? The more Bani we do, the more stronger our light, the eternal divine light in us will get stronger, and it can get so strong, yeah, that, you know, you could become Jivan Mukht. God, you know, you attach yourself with God in your conscious while you're alive. That's the whole game. You get me? If you get Mukti while you're alive, then you know you're going Sachkhand. You get me? The whole point is being Jivan Mukht while you're alive, to get to Sachkhand while you're alive. That's the whole game. That's how you defeat death. Do you know what I mean? So the 5 evil passions dwell hidden within the mind. They do not remain still but move around like wanderers. So the 5 are in the mind, yeah. They're constantly trying to distract you from God, constantly trying to get you down the wrong path. Do you know what I mean? When you see the news, you get angry, or when something bad happens, yeah. Just say like your mate gets attacked by a Muslim gang, you want to go and destroy a whole mosque. You know what I mean? That's anger. You get me? When you think you know that you're a bad man, or you think you know it all, that's ego. Sometimes when you're in the Gurdwara, lust gets you. You get me? You're under the bar, and you know, women make it easy these days because of the way they dress to Guru Gar, man. You know what I mean? It's like they're going to a nightclub or something. They're showing all the assets and stuff. You get me? And like these tight, very tight jeans and stuff that they wear. But so that's how powerful these 5 are. You get me? And it's so powerful that, you know, the daughters of the Guru and the sisters of the Singhs, they don't feel ashamed when they're just dirty to the Gurdwara. That's how powerful lust and ego is. They're like, look, check me out. Do you know what I mean? You even get Singhs like that, or Sikh boys like that. You get me? With them tight tank tops to the Guru Guard, showing off their like steroid pumped bodies. Do you know what I mean? So in this dark age of Kaljog, the 5 thieves instigate alliances and conflicts. So once you start getting into Sikhi, you know they're your enemies, so you know you've got to battle them. So that's where the conflict starts. It's a back and forth thing, because these 5 are powerful. They ain't gonna let you go. Alliances, like, you know, the people that ain't with the Guru or don't realize that they're enemies, they get a passion out of lust. Some people enjoy lust. You get me? They commit rapes, do paedophilia, or they go on these like, dirty trips to Thailand, or all these porn stars and stuff like that. They enjoying lust, you get me? Some people love war. Like, look at Bush and that, he's just starting a war everywhere because he just loves it out of his greed, you know what I mean? So they got alliances with the five. They don't know that that's their downfall, that they're failing the test of life because of that. Yeah, so if you look at sexual desire, anger, greed, emotional attachment and self-conceit have increased. So in Galjog, yeah, like if you look at it, I say even about 75% of the world, or even more than that, yeah, they don't know that the Bunj exist. They don't know the Bunj are the enemy. Do you know what I mean? So, and if you look at what's going on in the world, like in society, we work like 8 hours a day, maybe more than that, sometimes 7 days a week. Some people do. And like, we're building these houses, we're buying fancy cars, but none of that's gonna go with us. All our life is spent on temporary stuff. We don't concentrate on the deeper stuff in life, which is spirituality. You know what I mean? We go from like school to college to uni to work to raising kids. We try to find all these other things, but we ain't found ourselves. We ain't found our purpose and the meaning of life. And until we don't find that, you never get contentment. Trust me on that. Contentment only comes from finding yourself. How do you find your true self? Become one with the Guru. You get me? So the 5 demons have joined together to separate me from my husband Lord. Wandering around, I cry out and wring my hands. So once you get into Sikhi and you realize these 5 are keeping you away, but you also realize the power of these 5. You get me? Like, you could be doing good for 6 months and you're enjoying your Barney doing anything, and you miss one day, the next day, yeah, you just do something wrong. Do you know what I mean? We all might go to Rand Spice dressed up, looking the part, but we all know what we do in our own spare time. We know how much we slack. You get me? God knows everything. We can hide it from others, but we know how dirty our minds are when we're on our own. Get me? That's real talk there. So, I am called a lustful being of the dark age of Galjog. The 5 thieves have corrupted my mind. Moment by moment they lead me further away from the Lord. Wherever I look I see loads of pain and suffering. I do not have faith, even though the word is bear witness to the Lord. Some people, like when they go through something bad, they're like saying there's no God. They blame God for everything. Get me? But like I said, to God, this it's just a test. It's just a game. It's like a dream. You get me? Just because someone raped your mum, you don't hate God for that. If you feel that way about it, go and punish the man that raped your mum. You get me? God didn't instruct him to rape your mum. Do you know what I mean? He raped your mum because he couldn't control his lust, because he's a violator. He violated your mum. It ain't God's fault. You get me? And sometimes I think like 84 what happened, all them kids dying and all these kids in Africa have to drink cow piss, and like, where's God? You get me? Do you know what I mean? So sometimes it's really easy, but that's just Galjog getting to me. It's creating doubts. You know what I mean? But obviously if you think about it deep down, we've been created, so there's obviously a creator. Sometimes life's just too deep. There's no answers to everything. You get me? God is very mysterious. God's limits are unknown. You get me? But obviously there's a creator. When you read Barney and you do Nam, you'll understand more. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you want to go into science and you're doing a degree, the first year you're gonna know the basics. Then the third year you might know deeper stuff. So we ain't even discovered the basic Sikhi, but we're looking for answers that are deep in Sikhi, and then we get put off because we can't find answers. It's like a progression. If you go to the gym and you start lifting the heavy weight straight away, the weights are going to collapse on your chest and injure you. Get me? You got to start off with light, work your way up, and after maybe a year or two you can lift big weights. You know what I mean? So that's like with everything. Sikhi, you have to start by learning the basics. Then when you get deep to it, spirituality increases, Guru Skidbar increases, you get more gyan. You get me? You can never stop learning, but as Sikhi goes on, as you develop your own spiritual path, your own journey, your Kamai gets bigger, you will learn more stuff. You get me? So also Nanak, the Lord himself unites us with the true Guru. He himself resolves the conflicts. So when it's destined, Maharaj comes into your life. Then reading Barney and living by Murada and hopefully one day taking Amrit, the 5 will not be able to get you no more. That's when the conflicts are resolved. So sexual desire, anger, maya, intoxication, jealousy, these 5 are combined to plunder the world. Jealousy, biggest killer, you get me? If you're married to a woman, your mate could like your woman and could be jealous of you and try to get you killed. All this mad stuff that people do, these black magic or all these evil stuff that people do to each other, yeah, it's all due to jealousy. Jealousy is a big killer. Your own family be jealous of you, you get me? Every family nearly's got a problem where Dai Munde ain't cushy with you, or Judge Munde, or Masi Be Munde, some sort of jealousy, you know what I mean? Come and scratch your car at night and stuff like that. Now I'm joking, you get me? That's what people might do these days, you get me? So the 5 demons destroy the body. He dies and dies again, only to be reincarnated. He does not contemplate the Shabbat. So if we don't read Gurvani, the Shabbat Guru, Siddhu Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we ain't gonna be able to defeat these 5, so we lose the game. So just like Mario, he dies, comes back again. Until you don't clock the game, it doesn't say the end credits of the game don't come. It just says game over. Then you come back, you start again, continue, start a new game or whatever. But when you've clocked it, you ain't gonna play the game again because you clocked it. You know what I'm saying? You get me? So that's like life as well. So the darkness of emotional attachment to Maya is within his inner being, as if in a dream he does not understand. Some conquer the 5s by being attuned to the Shabbat. They are blessed and very fortunate. The true Guru comes to meet them. Within the nucleus of the inner being, they dwell upon the truth. Attuned to the Lord's love, they initially merge in him. The 5 demons think of evil and corruption. The expanse is the manifestation of emotional attachment to Maya. Saving the true one is liberated and 5 demons are put under his control. In the one temple of the body, the 5s, there are 5 thieves who continually misbehave. Death and the 5 demons are in Maya, the illusion that keeps us away from God. You get me? Everything, something that ain't permanent is illusion. So your kids, your mum, your dad, your money, your car, your house, you get me? Your bling, everything, it's all an illusion because it's not true. The only thing that's true is the Shabbat, your soul, and Brahmatma, God, Vaheguru. Everything else is just material. It's just there to distract you from God. Get me? Lead you to the bad ways and the corrupt ways of life. You get me? In this difficult place, the mind is intoxicated with the wine of emotional attachment. The 5 unconquered thieves lurk there. Sorry. So you can either win a game or you can lose a game. You get me? And if by winning the game you follow Sikhi, if you don't follow Sikhi, you lose the game and you'll be back reincarnated. You get me? So we're gonna look a bit more detail into this. Yeah. So we're gonna look at a Shabbat. Yeah, it describes people that lose the game. So the 5 thieves plundered their homes, and egotism breaks in. The faithless cynics are defrauded by their own evil-mindedness. They do not know the sublime essence of the Lord. Those who lose the ambrosial nectar through doubt remain engrossed and entangled in corruption. They make friends with the wicked and argue with the humble servants of the Lord. O Nanak, the faithless cynics are bound and gagged by the message of Seth. They suffer agony in hell. So what's Maharaj saying? Maharaj saying the 5s plundered their homes. So a lot of people think they're all lit. You get me? Like a really pretty girl, she'll think she's all lit, she'll be stuck up. Little does she forget, she didn't create herself. God created her, you get me? And egotism breaks in. So while you got ego, you're not thinking of God because you're not humble, because you think you've done everything yourself. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I went in gym, I done this, I done that. You get me? You're a creator, you know what I mean? You wasn't even born here out of your own power. You had no choice over what gender you was. You had no choice over what colour you was. Do you know what I mean? You had no choice over who your parent was. What have you done? You get me? You're just here. Since we've been born, all we've done is sin. You get me? You know what I mean? And anything good we do, we act big because we do it, and we lose that as well. So the faithless cynics are that, like, in Sikhi it tells us we've got 8.4 life forms on that we go through until we get human life. Human life is a supreme life because it's just a chance to meet God. You get me? Because the human body's got functions which allow us to meet God and make us do deeds which meets God. So you have to take Amrit, and when you do Kamai and stuff, you get this Amrit inside of you. It's like a nectar, it's like, you know, God's blessings. But if you're a chap with a 5, you ain't gonna have no blessings, you get me? You're gonna be entangled in corruption. So they make friends with the wicked. So like the wicked, like all these cults, fake BABBAR, people that attack Sidhu Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, people that commit brutality, people that commit crimes to humanity. You know what I mean? So like look at Bush. Obviously there's also a winner of the game. So once we've clocked this game, like we've clocked Mario on the Game Boy, I remember that game anyway, the wicked game, yeah. But anyway, back to the topic, yeah. So once we've clocked this game, then we don't need to come back, you know what I mean? So we're gonna look at some shabbads that tell us how to clock this game. Now my association with the 5 thieves has come to an end. Gazing upon the blessed vision of the Lord's darshan, my mind is next to you. By Guru's grace I am released. So if you do Bani, you do your Amrit Vela, you do Seva, you do your Nitnem, you do Guru Mantra, you do Mungu Mantra, you do Sage parts, you do Rola and Akanda parts. Holy, yeah, slowly, you become pure. These 5 go. There's no negative in you. Your light merges with the supreme light through the Guru's grace because of the Shabbat. Then you merge back one with God, your Jivan Mukt, and it's come to an end. You've clocked the game. You know what I mean? So gazing upon my Guru, I sing the praise of my beloved Lord. I escape from the 5 thieves, and I find the one when I join the Sad Sangat, the company of the holy. The Sad Sangat being, you know, in the Gurdwara, where people do Simran and people do Kirtan. Don't come there and get into squabbles, just do your thing and blurt. Do you know what I mean? Sad Sangat being Gurbani, there's no better Sad Sangat than Gurbani, because Gurbani is the true Sangat, because Gurbani is all truth. You get me? Certain times we look at people and think they're dressed the part, they look the part, but they're not Sad Sangat, because not a lot of people have knowledge. It's easy to look the part, but knowledge, not a lot of people have knowledge about Sikhi these days. You get me? You know what I mean? Who has knowledge? The Gurbani has knowledge, because the Gurbanis come direct from Waheguru, from God. So with the word of the Shabbat, I've killed the 5 thieves. So the Shabbat is the defense. In this eternal battle, Shabbat's our weapon. Get me? You can't put a Gurban down your mouth and kill these 5. No. Shabbat is the weapon in this eternal battle. The 5 demons think of evil and corruption. The expanse is the manifestation of emotional attachment to Maya. Saving the Guru, one is liberated and the 5 demons are put under his control. So what we're gonna do now is just look at 1-2 Shabbats here, which summarize the whole thing here. So the 4 castes, the social classes, the preachers with the 6 shastras on the fingertips, the beautiful, the refined, the shapely and the wise, the 5 passions have enticed and beguiled them all. Who has seized and conquered the 5 powerful fires? Is there anyone strong enough? He alone who conquers and defeats the 5 demons is perfect in this dark age of Kali Yuga. They are so awesome and great. They cannot be controlled, and they do not run away. The army is mighty and unyielding. Says not that humble being who is under the protection of the Sarsang crushes these terrible demons. So Maharaj is saying it's not easy, you get me? The 5 are really strong. The army is mighty and unyielding. They never give up. Which is true. If we all look at our own lives, especially like the older Singhs and Singhs, you get me? If you think about, you know what I mean? We've been trying for years to get rid of them. Like for me, lust is a killer, you know what I mean? Like dirty thoughts and stuff. And like, you know, even a little journey to the shopping centre and stuff, especially these days in the summer, the way people dress, it like just kills you and you feel so guilty and it's just killing you deep down inside. But it's like, you know, they don't give up. The temptation's always there. But obviously if I was living my life proper to Gurmat, yeah, then I wouldn't have that problem. So if you come under the protection of Maharaj crushes them demons for you. So look at another Shabbat. My Lord and Master has held back the 5 demons. He conquered them and scared them away from the Lord's slave. They cannot find the mansion of the Lord's devotee. Joining together, the Lord's humble servants sing the songs of joy. The 5 demons are the rulers of the whole world, but they are just water carriers for the Lord's devotee. They collect taxes from the world, but they bow in subservience to the God's devotees. They plunder and dishonor the faithless Sinics, but they massage the feet of the holy. Right, deep, man. Get me? Even brave and mighty men cannot withstand the powerful and overwhelming army in which the 5 passions have gathered. The 10 organs of cessation attach even detached renunciates to sensory pleasures. They seek to conquer and outpower them, and so increase their following. The world of the 3 dispositions is under their influence. No one can stand against them. So tell me, how can the thought of doubt and mote of Maya be overcome? Worshipping the perfect Guru, this awesome force is subdued. I stand before him night and day with my palms pressed together. You see it, man. It's so simple, yeah, but yet it's so hard. It's simple because all you have to do is read Gurbani and do what Gurbani says. The hard thing is actually doing that. Because Kaljog works in many ways. You got the 5, your mind. I don't know, man. It's hard times we're living in, but if you just listen to the Shabbat, then it's really easy times as well. So it's like, I don't know, man. All you have to do is do a das for Maharaj's Kirpa. And before I finish this talk, I just want to take you to one Shabbat, which is by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Now this is Guru Arjan Dev Ji talking, yeah, and you'll see why life is such a struggle for mere people like us. So this is Guru Arjan Dev Ji chatting to Waheguru, you get me? So it's amazing Shabbat, but it's so deep as well, and it's so emotional, you get me? So save me, O my Father God. I am worthless and without virtue. All virtues are yours. The 5 vicious thieves are so in my poor being. Save me, O Saviour Lord. They are tormenting and torturing me. I have come seeking your sanctuary. Trying all sorts of things, I have grown weary. But still, they will not leave me alone. But I have heard they can be rooted out in the Sad Sangat, the company of the holy. And so I seek their shelter. In their mercy the saints have met me, and from them I have obtained satisfaction. The saints have given me the mantra of the formless Lord, and now I practice the word of the Guru Shabbat. I have now conquered those terrible evildoers, and my speech is now sweet and sublime. Says Nanak, the divine light has dawned within my mind. I have obtained the state of Nirvana. That's Guru Arjan Dev Ji talking to God. Leave it at that, man. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.